My name is Caitlin Thomas, and welcome to my research proposal. The research question I will be investigating throughout this qualitative study is how do interactions with neurodivergent focused content on TikTok influence individuals' self-perception and understanding of neurodiversity? There are two main aims for my research. My first aim is to examine the relationship between exposure to neurodivergent focused content on TikTok and individual self-perception. This aim focuses on examining the frequency and type of engagement with neurodivergent content and its influence on changes in participants' self-concept, self-esteem, or sense of identity, especially in relation to neurodivergent traits. My second aim is to assess the impact of neurodivergent focused content on users' understanding and attitudes towards neurodiversity. This objective explores whether interactions with TikTok content focused on neurodivergency, for example, ADHD and autism, enhance users' knowledge and understanding of neurodiversity, and if or how they may share this information. There are a few key definitions I want to run through that will be prevalent throughout this presentation. Firstly, neurodivergent. It's an umbrella term used by activists and individuals who've been labelled by the medical or psychological community with conditions such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, or Tourette's. Health anxiety is a multi-dimensional construct referring to worry about health, reassurance seeking, hypervigilance to bodily sensations, and the belief that health concerns are not taken seriously by others. Lastly, self-perception is the process of observing and interpreting one's own behaviours, thoughts and feelings, and using those observations and interpretations to define oneself. It is thought that since we cannot know certain things about ourselves for certain, we look to our own behaviours to tell us what our beliefs and attitudes are. There's a variety of previous research I have found that links in with my research proposal. One study from Young et al. Found that while investigating and assessing the quality of medical information in the most popular TikTok videos related to ADHD, found that misleading videos about ADHD were widely disseminated and viewed on TikTok. Additionally, they found the increase of mental health related content on social media has linked to an increase in adults seeking ADHD diagnosis. Furthermore, research by Eagle and Ringland found that while researching into unbounded online health communities, that with the rise of social media, many individuals are increasingly identifying with content created by influencers sharing their experiences with ADHD. This connection has often led them to seek a diagnosis for themselves. Further building on these studies, Laville identified through analysis of videos on TikTok tagged with variations of #ADHD that creators were using humor and personal stories, emphasizing identity expression over medical education. This suggests that videos serve more as an identity exploration for users rather than a reliable health source. Lastly, self-making on social media is shaped by unique features on the social practices of each platform. TikTok stands out from other platforms due to its distinct For You page algorithm, which curates content specifically based on users' interactions. This creates a form of collaborative self-making, where users' identities are influenced by the algorithmic content they consume and engage with, fostering what Bandari and Bimo call an algorithmic identity. TikTok is a very popular app worldwide, with 1.5 billion monthly active users in 2023, with the numbers expected to increase by the end of 2024. With so many individuals having access to its content, it's imperative that the content shared on there and its influence on its users is examined. One area of content that is currently popular is mental health related content, with user-generated content about ADHD being one of the most popular health topics on TikTok. Previous research on neurodivergent focused content on TikTok has primarily been examined by the quantity and quality of information, particularly the spread of misinformation, without exploring its impact on viewers. This study shifts the focus to investigate how engaging with such content can influence an individual's understanding of conditions like autism and ADHD, and how the exposure shapes their self-perceptions. This study is essential because as a newer platform, TikTok is the least researched among major social media platforms, especially regarding its impact on health and self-perception. With TikTok's growing popularity, particularly for neurodivergent focused content, understanding how interactions with such content and how it influences users' self-perceptions and understanding of neurodiversity is crucial. Unlike traditional platforms, TikTok's unique algorithms, short-form videos, and community-driven trends may shape users' views in ways that haven't been explored. This study aims to address this gap, shedding light on TikTok's role in shaping neurodivergent identities and perceptions of neurodiversity. The findings from the study can help shape practices and policies on TikTok by highlighting the implications of misinformation on users. This research aims to provide an insight that could guide efforts to manage and mitigate the spread of misleading content on the platform. Study design and methodology. To conduct this study, participants will be recruited through snowball sampling, a method in which initial participants will identify and refer additional participants through their networks. Data will be collected via semi-structured interviews with 6 participants aged 18 to 25 who are active TikTok users engaged with neurodiversity-focused content. This interview format allows flexibility in data collection, enabling the researcher to clarify concepts, provide examples, and ask follow-up questions for deeper insights. Each interview will last approximately 40 minutes, with an example question being, can you describe some neurodiversity-focused content you have viewed or engaged with on TikTok? I can then provide examples to clarify the question to the participants. The collected data will then be analysed using Braun and Clark's 6-step thematic analysis, an approach that emphasises an organic process of coding and theme development, while recognising the researcher's active role in interpreting the data. This method offers flexibility and enables the identification of patterns and unexpected themes, facilitating a comprehensive examination of participants' responses. Lastly, the study will be conducted in accordance with BPS guidelines. There are several ethical considerations, particularly around confidentiality, sample recruitment, and the handling of sensitive content. Here is how each issue will be addressed. Firstly, confidentiality. To safeguard participants' privacy, all data shared in interviews will be kept confidential. Interview transcripts will be anonymized immediately to prevent the identification of participants. Participants will have the option to request the redaction of any specific information, ensuring they maintain control over their contribution. Anonymized transcripts and related data will be securely stored on my personal OneDrive account to protect against any unauthorized access, ensuring that participants' information remains private. Secondly, handling sensitive content. Since the study involves exploring personal self-perceptions and interactions with sensitive neurodivergent focused content, particular care will be taken in framing interview questions to foster a safe and respectful environment. Participants will be informed of their right to skip any questions they are uncomfortable with, to withdraw from the study at any time, and to request the removal of any content they wish to redact. This approach promotes participants' well-being and ensures they feel in control throughout the whole research process. Lastly, collecting participants. Snowball sampling will be used to recruit the participants, allowing individuals who are interested in the study to voluntarily refer others if they wish. All prospective participants will receive an information sheet detailing the study with my personal contact information for any questions or if they want to express their interest in the study. To reduce any potential pressure or perceived obligation, participants will be explicitly informed that they are under no obligation to refer others, and declining to do so will have no consequences. This approach will ensure that participants and referrals are both fully voluntary. By addressing these ethical considerations thoughtfully, the study aims to respect participants' privacy, anonymity, and comfort. Thank you for listening.